Speaking of things that are Activision BlizzCon related, this week, of course, we had the release of the new Warzone map, right? The Warzone Pacific, right? The Caldera map. It released on Wednesday, right? For people that already owned the latest Call of Duty game, the Vanguard game. And if you didn't own it, the next day, everybody that has a free to play client on their platform, then they were able to access the new map. And it's been successful, obviously. I mean, I saw it, I saw it on Twitch, because in the Discord that I'm a part of, the Broadband Bully Discord. Shout out to the BBB, shout out to my friend Next Gen. Um, we were trolling, right? We always do that, right? It's something that always happens. We always look at the Twitch numbers to see, what game is being watched, and maybe use that as a metric to see who's successful, just for shits and giggles, right? To fuck around. And I think I remember seeing maybe 375,000 to 400,000 people watching Warzone when the map released. And then I think Halo might have peaked at about 185, maybe. And, maybe about 2 hours after, Warzone just started dipping in numbers. Don't know why. Maybe it's because, it's still early in the day and people have things to do, right? Because the map did release fairly early. So people, just have stuff to do, so they can't just sit there and watch the game all day. Or it could be how broken Warzone is right now. As you see on the screen, right, this is from PC Gamer, rounding up Call of Duty Warzone Pacific bugs, glitches, and their potential solutions, right? So apparently, it's bad enough that the game is almost unplayable at a certain aspect. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this video right here. That's on this article. I'm gonna go ahead and play it right now for those of you watching, so you can see, as it says on the title, right? First Warzone Pacific bug I found. So let's go ahead and put that on there. I'll put the volume down so you guys can see. Let me just increase this real quick. So look, I've seen this happen before. I've seen this happen in the Warzone, or I'm sorry, the Modern Warfare beta, where you're playing the game and all of a sudden your gun looks like it's from the year 4000, and like I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got all these weird shapes, like the polygons on it are just fucked up, right? And I've seen this happen before. In the Warzone, I'm sorry, in the Modern Warfare beta. I have footage of this as well on the channel, and it's pretty bad because this is a bug, something that's been happening, for at least the last 2 years, right? This isn't new, and it's really bad, right? It's really bad. I think it just goes to show you, right, that a lot of these developers, obviously, they are rushed. Obviously, they have to reach, a specific cutoff to have the game ready for a specific time of the year. They have to make that money, right? So it just goes to show you that, gaming overall isn't what it once was, right? Although back then, when you got the game was complete, but even though it was complete, there were still bugs in it, right? It's not like nowadays where, for example, Battlefield, right? They'll release a game that obviously is not full, it's not complete yet, right? But we have these quality of life updates that get implemented as time goes on during the game's life cycle that make those improvements that should have been there when the game released initially. So I understand that, but it just goes to show you, right, that these companies, they just really want to go ahead and release the product as fast as they can, get those sales, get those numbers up, appease to their shareholders, and keep it moving, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and read this article real quick, and then I'll go ahead and see what you think, because I know we shared a video with you. I shared a video with you the other day, and you can tell me about what you saw because it was pretty crazy, man. So, Warzone Pacific bugs acknowledged by the developers. Warzone developer Raven Software, mind you, they lost a bunch of QA people. We spoke about this last week, that they had to let go of a bunch of QA people. So maybe that's also a factor here. Raven Software is tracking several of the most common Pacific bugs we're noticing on the game's official Trello board. Each of these bugs are marked with a fixed schedule tag, though the entries don't specify when the fix will come. right? So we have a Warzone weapon model bug, aka the polygon explosion glitch, like I was just talking about right now, and a reprise of an earlier Warzone bug, right? Yes, and this is a Modern Warfare bug. This came out before. This was seen before Warzone even came out. Picking up certain weapons can result in the model's gun exploding into jagged polygonal bramble. It's quite a sight to behold, and wouldn't be so bad if it didn't persistently follow the weapon in question, blocking your view and impeding play. While I have observed this glitch happening to the MP40 submachine gun, most of the time it seems tied to the STG-44 assault rifle. As of right now, the only solution is switching to a different weapon, and it might be worth it to avoid the STG until the issue is patched. Raven has acknowledged the issue, so a fix should be incoming. There's no voice chat with crossplay, right? If you're trying to crossplay with PC, doesn't seem to be working. Audio seems to be cutting off on all platforms. Players are earning less XP than they should on all platforms. Inconsistent audio level also on all platforms. LOD loading issue. A PlayStation issue. Let's see what it says. It says, we've seen multiple examples of environments, textures failing to load improperly. Like when you swing your camera around in an old Unreal Engine 3 game and everything looked washed out and soupy. So it's like popping, basically. When it triggers and the persistence of the issue varies from user to user, with some dropping into the map and remaining in this state for an entire match. And we're gonna show something about that real soon. While others will find it localized to certain parts of Caldera. Okay, so there's also Warzone Pacific crashing on all platforms. It just seems to be a real mess right now. And for those of you that really enjoy playing Warzone, let us know how you feel. Let us know if these issues have also affected your experience. I'm sure to an extent they have. But with all the hype behind this new map, right? It's been about 2 years since well, it hasn't been 2 years yet. March will be 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. But it's been a little over a year and a half since Warzone released, and the hype for this new map. People were really excited for it, and then for it to release in the state, um, is very disappointing. What do you think, Seth?
I think it's working as intended, man. I think that gun looks pretty damn cool. That gun is probably gonna end up in Destiny.
That looks
That's
like a
what I think.
Destiny gun, man. It really does.
Destiny gun,
Or
man.
some
That's
shit
what
you
it
see
is,
in
man.
Doom.
So Doom gun, exactly. I was wondering, is that gun, that rifle, is that a popular rifle that people use, man, in the game? I'm just curious if it is. If it's really popular,
I can't say.
if,
I
I
really
wonder
can't
if
say.
it's
It's been a
jacked.
while.
I wonder if it's jacked up. If maybe, just maybe, I'm just saying, maybe people are like using mods when they're playing this game, because there are people always cheating in these sort of games. So I wonder maybe there's some sort of map that's corrupting just that specific rifle because wouldn't it's kind of hard to say like only that specific model or those two items only or those two
Hmm.
rifles. I mean, it's kind of weird and it makes you wonder, right? Shouldn't it be affecting all the rifles if it's all, just so magically just one specific rifle that was scripted is doing the glitch. So I'm just curious, maybe somebody's running something in their back end. They're like saying, everybody's like, "Oh man, what's going on here? I got a Destiny gun." I mean, it should have been like the Galahorn or something, but I don't know. I think it
I
looks
don't know.
cool.
Yeah,
I, I,
I don't
would I
know.
would use it, even though it blocks my screen. I'll use it.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen to me before, and I'm not using any sort of bot or anything like that. It's happened to me, but it happened to me in the beta, right? And then I believe it also happened as of late. I think it happened also in Cold War. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that, but I know this has been a persistent issue. So just the fact that it's still happening is it's stupid.
Yeah, because it has. I mean, you can almost tell. You can try to interpolate the shapes a little bit. It kind of looks like it has the bazooka. How the
Right.
bazooka has that plate in front. It's like that with mixed with some other guns. Like it's like spawning two or three guns into one. Kind of like remember like in Quake when people used to
I was gonna
telefrag
say that. I
themselves.
was gonna say that. It looks like some shit you would see in Quake, man.
Yeah, it's the gun telefrag itself and I mutated into this crap. But
I don't know.
what I think about it, man, they need to fix it. Didn't this situation, all these glitches, also jump to other games too of Call of Duty?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and continue on with this topic,
Yep.
right? Just another article here, talking about it, right? So look at this tweet right here from Charlie Intel. Charlie Intel is one of the biggest media outlets, right, for Call of Duty, and he's basically saying, look at this, the trees just need some extra time to load in. So let's just check it out real quick. So I don't know. I can't really tell. The quality's pretty bad on that tweet. Let's see if we can see it better like this. Okay, so I can see it. They're loading in now. It's pretty crazy, man. I don't know. I don't know. And then we have a new blueprint just dropped. Let's check this out. Let's see what this says, or at least let's see what this shows. Oh shit! Look at that. Holy shit, man. What the fuck is that? I kind of want that, bro. That looks cool, man. That looks so bad. It's cool, but
Dude, that is the Quake Arena BFG for Quake 3. It
dude,
is. That's how it looked, man. It looked like some throw up mixture of crap.
that looks
That
really
looks like
bad.
that's the Quake 3, man. That's does it shoot green blobs?
I don't know what the fuck it does, man, but that's really bad. It looks really
Dude,
bad.
that's awesome looking, man.
That's terrible, man. That
I would
looks.
throw I'll throw money in the screen for that.
I mean, you might have to, bro, because I mean, I don't want to do it.
Dude, if if it's that crazy, that thing should like wipe up the whole map in like one pull trigger. It should.
I don't know, man. That shit looks
Watch,
fucking crazy.
yo, watch them, watch them get an idea saying, these guns are kind of wild. We should put it in our loot boxes, and you'll see them kind of like Pokemon did with their missing number. You know, so you have some glitch. Well, there you go. So now Call of Duty has their own missing gun number thing.
That looks crazy, dude, bro.
$5.99 right there.
I don't know.
Profit.
I don't know what the fuck to say about that. It looks really
Dude,
bad,
buy
but
one.
I kind of want one in real life, man. It looks cool, but
That looks good, man. I like it.
I don't know, bro. Like people are just really upset about this shit. Like, the bugs are really, really rampant. Apparently. Anyway, let's get to that video. Let's get to that video of that dude falling. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. We're gonna go ahead and check this out. So in this video, right, we were checking this out the other day, and it was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad. The guy's just basically saying that this patch essentially fucked up everything in each Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare. Like it fucked up Modern Warfare. It fucked up Cold War, right? Vanguard's already fucked up to begin with, right? But it fucked everything up, right? It fucked up the UI, it fucked up a whole bunch of different things. It's just really bad, man. It's just really bad, QA. I mean, who's, doing quality control for this, right? And then again, like I said, it goes back to what we said last week, right? That with all the things happening with Activision Blizzard lately, right? With these serious allegations, right, and these serious issues that they have with workplace environment. You know, it's practically fucked up their whole QC QA department, right? Nobody's really checking for this stuff, right? Nobody's doing their job because they don't have anybody to do their job because they just had to let a bunch of people go. So basically, you're just putting out a shit game, right, or a shit update, and it's causing issues. Like, look at this right here. This guy, he's able to see enemy tags through a tarp. How? Like, what is going on there? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's just pretty bad. And this is what we were talking about with everybody spawning. When he keeps spawning, he's spawning under the map and he keeps dying. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, how could this even be released? No, man. Like, I understand, people know now, like I said, nowadays, you buy the game and you know that for the most part the game is not going to release as it should. It's going to get quality of life updates as the game goes on. But this is bullshit, man. Like even look at this HUD, man. This HUD looks like something from fucking, you know, Windows 95 or some shit, man. Like, what the fuck is that, man? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. You saw this video too, Seth. What did you think of it? I'm sure you thought it was pretty funny, but what did you think of this whole fucking issue right here?
Well, my first gripe is what year is this game supposed to be taking place in?
The Vanguard, it's a World War II
Yeah.
game.
Okay, so how come are they rocking like holographic sites, man?
I don't know. That's a good
I mean,
question.
what's up with that? What's up with that bullshit? Did they really have that? Maybe so, maybe right. But yeah, I think it's pretty messed up. It's funny. It's messed up for people who pay for the game.
Yeah.
Hopefully they fix it. As soon as they can. But it's not going to happen because it's working as intended. As long as people keep giving them the money, buy their fit on the in their store. You know, they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. You know, as long as it keeps, they get those sales up. Because I forgot how much their sales were. I don't think they were that bad. I think they were like normal, right? Then it wasn't like punishing or anything like that. They were kind of like, it's like their normal
Hmm.
percentage of sales. I think it was. So they didn't really, it didn't affect them that much. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it might be a little bit lower. I don't know, but I think it was the same. And I think they go by numbers. You know, like this. We know that these games keep. It's almost like a mod, right? That's basically what it is. They have their engine, they're loading a mod, and they
Right.
make the mod for these stupid guns, right? These objects. So, in a way, I don't know, man. I would just try to get me personally, for me, like I would try to get like a refund or something because that's just stupid, you know. And kind of like what you said, the game should have been done. Game should be like polished and done. You know, you should have like a little tiny bugs here and there from the beginning, but it shouldn't be like this. You know, like it's stupid. But but look at the thing. You see, when you look at it, you're like, someone who doesn't know, they'll see this and be like, "Oh, this game looks amazing," right?
Right.
Until you
I mean,
start
right
seeing,
now on screen,
start
what you
dealing
see
with
on
it.
screen, it looks really good, right? But
Right, but then when you start dealing with the issue, like that guy was teleporting, and dying, shooting through walls, through the tarp, whatever, through no, there's no collision with the bullets, blah blah blah. I think I just that's why I got off the whole COD bandwagon a long time ago. I just didn't care for it. I just thought it was going the wrong way. Too much microtransaction for my taste, and I think it's going to get worse, especially now introducing the NFT concept and all this other stuff. You guys just wait. It's gonna get worse. I'm telling you right now. They like the idea. I can tell you right now. They love it. Activision, EA, all these other clowns. They love the idea. This is coming to your games. So be advised.
yeah, yeah, I mean, they just find a way to nickel and dime you, right? And they know people are just gonna buy it. They know people, really enjoy these games, or at least they enjoy the fact that they could play with their friends, right? Because it is a community based game in a sense, right? I mean, most people that play COD are because they have a lot of their friends that either they know in real life or friends that they've met online that play this game a lot, right? So I mean, if you don't have somebody to play with, online, then this game is pretty boring, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
Especially if, as you see on the screen, I mean, this guy just season one bugs. Like this guy just put all the bugs on the screen. I'm gonna pause it right here so you can see this. And mind you, he said it in the video. He said that there was more. It just didn't fit on the screen. So extreme stuttering in game, extreme stuttering in menu UI not loading properly, mid-match loadout selection keeps kicking you back to the game, uninstalled packs, can't change audio device, audio bugs, random aim down sights, can't stay mounted, random game crashes across PC and PS4, UI refreshes every 5 seconds causing lag spikes, kill streaks in general cause FPS drop and lag spikes, kill streak, Wilson health, and fuel bar remains at 100%. Kill streak, cruise missile crashes a game. Yo, what kind of shit? Damn, you hit him so hard that it crashed your game, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? All right, loadout, select pop out every now and then. Game crashes while editing loadout. Can't refill primary ammo in ground war. RAL MG is gone. Fin LMG, chainsaw barrel is broken again. White phosphorus never clears in ground war. That's crazy. Like that's you can't do nothing then. If the white phosphorus is still active, you can't even be outside. You can't do shit. I'm sorry, excuse me. Bugged 3D weapons model loading rendering. STS maps never load. Memory error for split screen remains. Watches not appearing, and that's fucked up because people pay for these watches, right? These are cosmetics here. So if you bought something and it's not appearing, then you're getting ripped off. Just like earlier in the video, the guy showed shout out to this gentleman right here, Blame Truth the Codfather, right? He's one of the biggest streamers for the game and content creators. So shout out to him. All credit for this video is his, of course. Um, he even showed screen captures, right, of Twitter where people were saying, they bought COD points and the game just took their points. Like it's like when you go to a machine and the shit took your dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like it practically did that. So COD took your points. You know what I'm saying? Like that can't be happening, man. That's it's a scam, bro. It's a fraud. Like what's going on? So marksman rifles, bolt animation while sprinting are bugged, dynamic resolution not working, chat breaks, messages are not showing up properly after you've typed them. Every 15 seconds, the message "Welcome to the Pacific" drop in rise up pops up and causes stuttering. Co-op survival mode is gone. Incorrect kill reward. So like this game is just completely broken right now, and that's crazy. Especially if it wasn't broken before this patch. You understand? Like that's sick, man. Like, so you mean to tell me that these guys put out a patch to make improvements to the game, and in return fucked it up more than what it was? Like what the fuck is that, bro? Like you said, you definitely you should have every right to demand a refund, because how did the game regress from a patch when a patch is supposed to improve, what's going on in the game, right? It's supposed to make improvements on, different things that are not functioning properly, right? So I don't know, man. Like, what do you think? I mean, I'm sure, you feel the same as I do, that COD is probably on its last legs. It still has its fan base, but with all the issues Activision is going through and how shitty the game is, what do you think, bro?
I think, see, I can kind of relate to what, I'm just gonna take a guess, and this is just speculation right here. See, in my company, we have a software that we use. It's supposed to be really big too. Some big shot crap. Like some, I don't know how to explain it, but without getting into details. But our issue is when we do stuff or make changes, it will break something else, which is ridiculous. You're paying a lot of money for this. Let's call it an engine,
But that does
and
happen with some patches, though, right? Sometimes it does fuck up the
and
code,
that's
right?
and that's what I'm yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like I think they're doing too much in the game. Like they're trying to squeeze everything they can. Like putting dogs in there. Their animation, their mocap. All the little objects, those little trinkets, watches, all this crap. They're putting so much into the game that I think eventually there has to be a limit to it. But they want to milk whatever they can from it, and what happens is, like you said, how does a game, you know when you create a patch, why would it affect something else? Well, that's probably what's going on in their situation. Same thing. I think they just have too much crap going on, and there's a limit that how much you can put into it, but they want us milk whatever they can out of it, and it's breaking other things. And that's and like you said earlier, there's nobody's QCing this, so it looks good, game runs good. There's no crashes when they're probably like giving it a test drive, and they just send it out. But then
Yeah.
they're expecting their audience, their player base to just tell them like, hey, this doesn't work, and then they'll try to fix it like quick, or hopefully it's a server side, like a back end that they can just you know change it real quick, but it's not some hard code thing. And I think that's what they're failing. I think they just have too much crap going on, and it's going to get of course eventually it's going to get worse, because they always have to increase the envelope. Like right now, you have your dogs, you got this, you got all this stuff going on. You have your watch, you have all this crap in the game. One, they got to think, well, what can we add?
Right.
I'm going to take a wild guess. It would not surprise me if now they will add like exosuits for this era of the game. Like it'll be like some Wolfenstein shit, like Nazi exosuits or some crap, um, some bullshit they'll
Or some
add,
sort of
and
alternate
then
reality, right? Where, this side of the war didn't win the war, so now,
right,
now we gotta, make these changes to the reality of things because,
right,
we're in an
the
alternate
thing.
universe and shit.
Right. Some metaverse shit again. Some Marvel shit will happen in Call of Duty, and now you have alien guns with World War II guns. It's gonna be like Fortnite. And I think that's what people were saying. I think they also said that about Battlefield as well, right? And that was the other thing too. They were trying to make it too much like Fortnite and shit. So I can see COD falling in the same thing. They're just trying to do too much, I think, and that's what's hurting them in performance.
Hmm.
That's what I think. I think their engine, has a limit to what it. And I know people will say, "Oh no, but I'm running this on a PS5, bruh." You got to understand that a lot of these stupid things, these engines have limits, you know, and but they don't you know they can't say that too because then you know if like, imagine someone said, hey, you know, the Unreal Engine has a limit, right? You know, you'd be like, oh, I'm not using that engine. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll use this one. Like, take a good example is what's those idiots called? Bungie. Remember how long? Remember what the
Oh
reason why
yeah.
they couldn't patch? Because in order for us to do a section of a map, it would take us 2 to 3 days to re-render it and what's the word they use? Oh man, I can't remember the word they used. They used a specific word, but they had to repackage the whole map again, and it was a process was about 3 to 4 days for a section of the map. That's why they couldn't release a patch earlier. So what does that mean? It means their engine sucks, and this falls also with the new Halo Infinity because they're dealing with the same thing as well. They can't do just snappy patches like boom, 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 because their engine don't allow them to do it. I mean, it's you know, I'm probably people you know fanboys probably gonna hate it, but it's that's the fact. You know, it's all about you know what the limitation of the engine and shit. You know,
Hmm.
and besides they have to optimize it. You know, and that's you know all this stuff hurts the whole process. I'm not like I'm no guru or anything, but it's obvious. You know, that's what's going on. They just have too much shit going on in their game.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for some Quake guns. That's what I'm waiting for. If they bring if Call of Duty brings back like BFGs or anything, yeah, I might get into it. I might play again. No, not really.
Yeah, probably not.